Madison here at the Photo Booth with my top 10 action figures of 2019. Up front, we have here the top 10 of the year so far as it currently stands after 2 previous videos. If you want to know how I got to this assortment, go back and check out those 2 videos. Here's my rules to determine my top 10. 1, figures have to be released in 2019, not just purchased in 2019. They have to be the actual new figures from this year. There's a little wiggle room for stuff that was intended to be 2019 releases, but happened to hit the market late in December of the previous year. We're seeing that right now, actually, with the Marvel Legends Fantastic Four Super Skrull wave. That's supposed to be an early 2020 release, but I don't know, people are already getting them. And same with Transformers Earthrise. For me, those kinds of things are going to be 2020 considerations. Second rule, that's it. There's only one rule. Stuff I bought, released this year, they are ranked by what I like, what made me happy, what kept me excited about collecting throughout the year, the things I couldn't wait to add to my collection, and then, take all that and try to reduce it to the 10 most indispensable pieces that fit that criteria. Up front, here's the current 10. We've got number 10 is McFarlane Toys Fortnite Skull Trooper. This is the Walgreens exclusive glow-in-the-dark with translucent scythe. Number 9 is Hasbro Overwatch Ultimates Farah. She's up here. Number 8 is Power Rangers Lightning Collection, White Ranger. Number 7 is Hasbro Marvel Legends Worthy Captain America. Number 6 is McFarlane Toys Fortnite Dyer. Number 5, Hasbro Transformers, Bumblebee Movie Optimus Prime. Number 4, Bandai Tamashii Nations Gundam Universe RX-78-2. Number 3, NECA Toys SDCC exclusive Superman vs. Aliens Superman. Number 2 was Super 7's The Worst line of action figures. It's called The Worst. This is Captain Deadstar. And then over here all the way on the right, number 1, Hasbro Star Wars Black Series SDCC exclusive Kenner Homage Boba Fett. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take out these 10 for a minute or two here so we can narrow down the field a bit. I'll bring them back in when there's a little bit more room to work with. And now that you're seeing a bit more in the booth here, I'm just going to adjust this a little bit. I'm not quite lined up in the background there. That's better. Oh, no. There we go. Now that you're seeing all the most of the figures in the booth, there's stuff out of frame here that I just can't fit. The booth needs to be revisited potentially in 2020. I need a bigger booth. It needs to be more stable in the back. We've got two cats this year who like to sit in the photo booth, and they totally bent down the foam core base that I have here. So I need to revisit the engineering of this booth. It's done well for the years that we've been using it, but the needs have evolved, so I gotta change the structural integrity of this thing. I set these things up so many times already, and stuff just kept falling over. There's already been multiple catastrophic failures where stuff just dominoed, and I just said, you know what, I can't set it up again. I'm just going to leave it as is. So there's a lot of stuff laying down right now. So be it. I'm just going to start eliminating things. Again, don't read anything into the order that stuff gets pulled out. Only 10 figures can be in the final thing. 90% or close to it, this stuff is getting eliminated. So yeah, don't take it personally. It's so hard. And I really do wish I could take the time and talk about each figure as I'm pulling it out and tell you who made it and why I picked it up in the first place and why it is potentially getting eliminated now. But I just do not have the time for that. And unfortunately, this would end up being like a 14-hour video or something. And hey, maybe at some point in the future, we'll get into live streaming this kind of stuff and I can do that. But that day is not today. right, I tried to reset some of this stuff so you can at least see, have a little better idea of what's left here. You know, this whole thing, I dig this Ultimate World War II cap, but holy cow, do these things not stay together very well. I can't get his shotgun sheath to stay on that thing, and the thing with the stuff. It's been pretty frustrating. That said, I do love this thing quite a bit. I'd love to hit it with some extra paint or whatever, but I don't have the time to do that. So yeah, I'm still eliminating stuff, and it's really hard and whatever, but you know, I gotta keep going. And of course, if you have any questions about what any of these figures are that I don't end up specifically talking about and or naming, just ask me in the comments, and either I or some other helpful commenter will let you know what the things are that we're looking at here. I'm gonna keep going. And also, like, I'm not doing a bit here. I'm not. You're experiencing my utter indecisiveness and inability to pick one thing over the other. You're feeling my pain coming through here in HD. It's so hard to rank one thing against the other. The brilliant photo printing of this Obi-Wan face and the cool look of the Clone Wars armor and the cloth goods cape versus, you know, a Robot Spirits Gundam, or the fun animated style of the Galaxy of Adventures Han Solo, or this Nightcrawler that has been long overdue and just came out absolutely gorgeous. And even though I haven't picked up General Grievous here at all, because this guy just does not want to stand. He has loose ankles, and look at this guy. Look at this. But you turn the camera on, and the guy's ready to go. It's a wibbly, flimsy thing, but it still looks great, and I like it a lot. And it's hard to say whether that's, you know, is that better than Ezra? I love Ezra as a character. I'm so glad they finally made him. Still waiting on Zeb, but Lord Drakon and this guy and Yellow Lantern Predator back there. It's so tough. There was so much cool stuff this year, and there's so many things. White Ranger, Green Ranger, Lord Drakon. They're so similar. The things I like about them are all the same. So it's like, how do I pick one over the other? Death Scythe Gundam, Gundam Wing. They're both awesome. I don't know. It's tough, man. It is tough. Now that we're down to 10 figures remaining in this batch of stuff that is currently displayed, I'm going to square this up a little bit better here again. I'm just going to, all right, I'm going to reset these guys, and then we'll bring back in the other 10, and then we'll go from there. So with these 20 figures left here, the only real drama at this point is, is anybody going to crack that top 10? Number 10 was the Fortnite Skull Trooper glow-in-the-dark Walgreens exclusive. Are any of the other 10 figures going to actually crack that top 10? And is there anything that was released after that core top 10 that will have been strong enough to crack into the other 9 figures? That's the only drama left. So I will definitely be able to say that Cap on the Motorcycle is coming out. And then, you know, it's tough. Like, you know, 3 different Mandalorians. Well, 3 different, two Boba Fetts and a heavy infantry Mandalorian. A guy over here that looks like he could be a Mandalorian or a Boba Fett tribute. Man, it's tough, but if you've been following the channel for any amount of time, you know how I feel about Boba Fett himself, vintage Kenner especially, and then, you know, the Figuarts version of Boba Fett is just incredible. But again, I try to stick to that core, you know, like, what were the figures that I really had to have, I really chased, I really was excited about when I got them. It wasn't just a, like, oh, you know, a character that I do like, a new version, whatever. It's like the things that really got me excited. And when I look at it from that level, man, I thought that was going to make it easier. I was trying to talk through it, but it's not helping. God, I love Rebels, and I would really like to just consider these guys both together as one, but they weren't sold as one, so I'm not going to do that. But I really do like Rebels a lot. The Predator had me really excited this year. Something I did not expect to be into. A Predator, a DC figure. Not that I don't like DC, I just don't collect a lot of DC stuff. A NECA piece, had to have it, you know? Lord Drakon and the White Ranger, so similar, and I was just so excited for both of them that, you know, there was no way I was not going to get both of them. Superman, the same line as the Predator, another huge surprise. Was not expecting to be that excited about that piece. All right, I'm stalling here because I can't make any decisions. I feel like I'm playing chess against myself here. Like, I feel like I'm like trying to think through some strategy here, but it's impossible. There's I want to call these 3-1. I want to call these 2-1. I want to cheat this whole thing. I'd say that's why they pay me the big bucks, but I don't get paid to do this part of it. This is what I do for fun. This torture. Oof. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now I just got to line them up. Ten is going to be Farah. 9 is Optimus. Ugh, man, I can't get them all in the 2 spot. 3 is 7 is Dyer. Excuse me, it's late. 10, 9, 8. 8 is Dyer. Seven is Fett. That's Figuarts Fett. 6 is the White Ranger. Nope. 6 is Worthy Cap. 5 is the White Ranger. 4 is Gundam. 3 is Superman. 2 is Captain Deadstar. And retaining the number 1 spot in what is the most anticlimactic, non-surprise, non-dramatic finish of the history of this channel. One's got to go to the Kenner homage. I guess I feel like I kind of feel like they made this for me. You know, I was definitely asking for it. And you know, I never said it out loud. It was probably the Force got this done. So thank you, the Force. Thank you, Hasbro. Thank you, Kenner, and everybody who came up with that design all those years ago. It's just the colors, it's the suit, it's everything. There's no way that guy wasn't going to be number 1. I'm surprised by all this, honestly, but I'm not. But I am. But I don't know. It's a crazy weird thing. It's hard, and this could change tomorrow, and I don't know. Few things cause me the kind of inner turmoil that trying to figure out my favorite 10 figures of the year caused me. People keep asking if we're going to do, 10 figures of the decade, and I'm like, I couldn't pick mine, you know, like, we're not planning to do that, but I don't even know what mine would be. That would be an impossible task. I mean, it'd probably just be 10 Boba Fetts, who knows. Anyway, that's my top 10 action figures of 2019, one of the most difficult years ever. Lots of amazing stuff this year. Too many pieces, to be honest. I don't know how much longer this golden age of action figure collecting is going to last, but I'm sure going to enjoy the ride. Thanks for watching this and all of our videos. Please hit like, hit subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Please let me know in the comments down below what your top 10 lists of 2019 are. Thanks. Later.